Hey guys, so the Galaxy Buds Pro are selling for about 7,000 rupees now. In fact, just a week ago I got this for about 8,000 rupees. So I'll give you a quick review covering both pros and cons, whether you should buy it or not. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Also like this video guys. Let's begin. The best thing about these earphones is the sound quality. The treble sounds really crisp without any hint of sibilance or harshness. I particularly like the instrument separation, how each instrument has detail and clarity to it. It sounds pretty good across genres, be it classical, pop, R&B, jazz, but if you are into a lot of hip hop and heavy bass stuff, this might not really cut it. I mean, the bass is pretty decent, but it's not really bass heavy. Changing the equalizer to bass boost can help a little bit, but it's not bass heavy again, thankfully, because every other earphones is trying to be that. So I personally like the sound quality on this. It's pretty good. Also, if you have a Samsung phone, it helps. It uses the Scalable Codec, which can push more data compared to the AC codec, which is limited to 256 kbps. So if you pair this with something like Apple Music, it can push a bit of that high resolution audio, but I also tried this with my MacBook and it sounded pretty much equally good as well. Another good thing is the mic quality. I had a pretty good calling experience, and let me give you an idea about the mic sample. Here there's a lot of ambient noise. I'm going to switch between my DSLR's default camera and the Buds Pro. Let's see how this sounds. Hey guys, now I'm recording this using the Galaxy Buds Pro, and also I'm sitting very close to my DSLR camera so that it is fair. Also, there's a lot of noise actually. The fan makes a lot of noise, guys. So let us see how both of them record, and I'm going to switch between these so you can have an idea. So it does pretty well in terms of cutting out the ambient noise, resulting in a better overall calling experience. Also, a lot of improvements have been made when you talk about the customization. It does support the double tap edge controls for volume controls like the Buds Plus, so that's pretty good. Also, it automatically can switch to the ambient mode whenever you are in a call, which is something I believe this was added in the recent update. Apart from this, the 360 audio is widely made available on a lot of Samsung phones, but I made a dedicated video on this. You can check it out. It's good for movies but not really good for music. Also, it supports wireless charging, which is expected at this price point, and if you have a Samsung phone that supports reverse wireless charging, that is also going to help as well. Now let's talk about some negatives. The first one has to be the fitting. I mean, in terms of comfort, I did not personally have any issues, but if you look at the design, the nozzle is not really extended too much, like for example on the Buds Plus, as you can see here. So as a result, it doesn't really go deep inside your ear like you normally would expect from any in-ear type earphones. I mean, it didn't fall off while I was walking, but it never really inspired confidence, if you know what I mean. And this also affects the active noise cancellation, which I find it to be not so good at this price point. Let me try and give you a rough idea about noise cancellation in a small sort of a demo. Just pay attention to the ambient noise. I was personally expecting a stronger ANC, but if you care about that, you should look at the Sony's XM3s. I'll drop a links to all of them in the description. You can check them out as well. In terms of the battery life, I was getting anything around 5 to 6 hours roughly, because most of the time I was not using the ANC because it wasn't that great anyway, so I was at least trying to save on the battery life. But yes, if you turn on the ANC, the sound seems to sound a little bit better, but since I use it for streaming and other stuff, so I mostly keep it off, and the battery life is, I would say, pretty decent. So final verdict, for about 7,000-8,000 rupees, you can definitely consider buying it. It's totally worth it for the music and the mic quality. But if you're looking for better ANC and other stuff, then I'll drop recommendations in the description. You can check them out. Also, it does help the channel. That's been it guys. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.